is a Boardwalk Audio podcast.
The Meat Improv!
Hello, welcome to The Meat Improv. I'm Josh Simpson.
And me, Jake Jabor.
The Meat, of course, is the storytelling and improv comedy podcast where we bring on comedian guests to tell true, meaty stories from their lives. And then we do long-form improvisation inspired by those stories. Today we have two very special guests. You know them as members of Big Grande and many other things. Ryan Rosenberg.
Hello.
And Dan Lippert.
Hi.
Hello.
Dan, you're really working that mic.
I guess I am. I don't hear any complaints.
They're all in here. I just pointed to my headphones. Damn. So you guys host a Teacher's Lounge podcast on the Earwolf Comedy Network.
That's right.
How long have you been doing that? You're on season
7 of our.
You're on season 7?
Yeah,
I'm
season
so far
7.
behind.
I mean, but it's like 7 episodes apiece, so it's not.
It's kind of like the British style of comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You just do full complete seasons.
Yeah. We don't have too much filler in there. We get right to the meat of it.
There's a Christmas special.
Interesting.
There's a Christmas special.
A meandering Christmas special.
Yeah, I thought those were supposed to be over after 2 seasons.
Yeah. Check out our next series on Netflix where I play a broad, mentally challenged character.
In a sweater.
Actually,
That's a joke about Ricky Gervais, by the way.
Yeah, we got it. It's not just real news.
Yes, correct.
I just forgot to do this up top, but I'm going to do it right now. We're going on tour.
That's right.
We're coming to Europe. So if you're in Iceland, the UK, or Germany, Berlin, or Munich, hit us up. Check us out on our social media and come see a show.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. We're doing a dive bar in Munich.
Yeah.
During Oktoberfest.
Wow.
So... maybe no one will be there. There's a huge, world famous party down the street.
Well, we're doing long form improv.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll check it in English, but maybe they'll check it out.
Yeah.
Also, anything workshop related, themeatimprov@gmail.com. Okay, there's the business. Awesome. So let's, talk about this. Ryan, you're in your old digs here, huh?
Yeah, that's right. We're recording in Jake's apartment that I used to live in as well.
Yeah.
Old roommates for, how long? 7 years?
7 or 8. It was over 7, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, 8 years.
8 years.
You're both kind of clamming up here.
I feel a little nervous. I feel like, how do we talk about this old relationship?
Yeah, we lived here for 8 years.
It's a little cleaner now, Ryan.
Yeah, it is a little cleaner. It is a little cleaner.
Well, Amanda is clean. And so now there's half the mess. I haven't cleaned up.
Jake definitely upgraded in roommates for sure.
She's just,
Yeah.
They got rid of the old weird. Here's just me commenting on your guys' place.
Please.
The weird
great.
toilet seat that was kind of vinily.
A
and
squishy
sticky.
toilet seat.
Ryan actually
I
replaced
liked
that.
Yeah, I liked
liked
that
that?
squishy seat. Yeah.
I liked it too. It got really mixed reviews. It was the biggest thing in the apartment that everybody would talk to me about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes your butt sweaty
It
if you're
does
on
make-
there too long.
But so does every other toilet seat, I think. Every other toilet seat.
You don't feel it as much.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's like
and it doesn't show.
it's it's like a pleather couch versus
yes. Well, that was also
you
the
don't
big problem
stick
with
to
it.
it as much.
It was maroon. If
Yeah.
it was white and puffy, fine, but it was maroon, so it was like
forgot
I've
about
never
that.
seen a maroon toilet seat.
I forgot about that. That's wild.
Yeah.
Whoever lived here before,
Right. Had a
interesting character.
right.
Because they also had that S&M catalog sent here.
That's right.
The stock room.
Oh yeah.
You've had to have seen that catalog.
It all
before
makes
that.
sense now.
Yes.
So that person's getting hit on the ass really hard and they need a really soft toilet seat. That's so funny. I never put that together. That they're into
Yeah, I didn't really make the connection, just that there's some definitive choices made in this place.
I guess I assumed that they had hemorrhoids or something and
Sure.
needed a soft seat. But
Yeah.
if they're into BDSM stuff, they're probably just getting beat up all the time.
Beat
Yeah.
up.
You think they had hemorrhoids on their butt cheeks?
I don't know. Isn't that? I don't know how
Hemorrhoids are on the butthole.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever is bad in your butt that makes you need a soft seat. I guess that's what I assumed it was for.
The dominatrixes don't whip your butthole.
Yeah, I know. I
just said that to Ryan like he said something.
I feel like there's a lot of attention on me right now about a situation I came into that I did not create.
Ryan, what was your favorite thing from the catalog?
Page 1 to the end. All of it.
Mine was the wood humbler.
I actually looked. I'm on Bumble, gang. I'm on Bumble and I'm on Hinge.
Check them out, me dads.
yeah, please.
At Josh Simpson on Bumble and Hinge.
And I saw a girl on Bumble that was like dominatrix, and then like had like different things that she was into, and she was like on there looking for clients. And I was reading her profile, not too carefully now, but she had like what was it? CBT. It just said the word CBT, and I was like, boy, this is a risky Google, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. And CBT is like some sort of disease, but then if you go a little further down, it's cock and ball torture.
Oh.
Which
I thought it was cognitive behavioral therapy.
Yeah, that's what came up for. I think that did come up.
Cock and ball torture.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, same.
Boy,
thing.
you could really show up to the wrong office. I was like, boy. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to cramp anyone's style, but like, that's a hard pass.
Did you swipe right or left?
What's that?
Did you swipe right or left?
I swiped left so hard I almost chipped my phone.
I think it's funny that I'm of two opinions. Everyone can be into whatever they're into, and if you tell me you're into cock and ball torture, I'll remember it forever. Like, that'll be like the way I define you in my head.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely won't forget.
Yeah. I'll probably kick you in the dick at some point.
You're welcome.
They're like, I'm not trying to be sexy right now. That's true. I remember hearing someone else on a podcast like tell a story about like a time they went to a dominatrix, and I was like, huh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like marked, not like judged, but
yeah.
definitely like,
Will McLaughlin, you went to a dominatrix in New York.
just outed him straight up.
You told the story on a podcast. What's the statute of limitations on that information being public?
Yeah, you're right. He told it on a more popular improv podcast. There you go. I have to get him on here now.
That's funny.
Anyways.
This is tangential, sort of related to that dating app thing, but the recent season of Casual, if anyone's watching it, chose to do 5 years in the future. And they just have weird technology advances that they don't explain. They just incorporate into the show.
Yeah.
And one of them is VR dating. And so like you go to a club or whatever and you meet somebody in this VR situation. But the two weird things that they built into the show is scams, where you meet somebody who ends up being like a scammer, and they get a bunch of your personal information through a date and then use it to hack into your secret, like your passwords and like personal questions.
Yeah.
And the other one is it's like a free dating site, but the way they make ad revenue is that that a computer gets to host your body for 5 seconds. So you'll meet people in the club and they'll be like, buy Doritos.
What?
And then you'll get control over your body again.
Wow.
And I was like,
Okay, go ahead.
well, it's weird that they came up, because I was watching the show not knowing that they had built in new technologies. And I was like, what the hell? I was like, is that a real thing? And then to like build in a new technology and then to show like flaws in it was such like a weird approach without explaining it or having it be the plot of the story.
To be like, we totally understand what the fans were coming to the first 2 seasons for. Our comments on the future of dating through technology.
Yeah, it was like crazy. It was such a weird thing that they were like trying not to draw attention to, but the whole time I was like, is this VR dating thing real? Like, it was
Explain
so
what
weird.
it's like. Is it like you like are like in a room and then someone else is in another room somewhere else? And then you like meet at a fake cafe.
Yeah.
But you can kind of see each other.
Yeah, you can see each other. Like in the show, it's them in it's the actors in a bar and they're like, oh, this is a virtual club or whatever. But it's like, I think Heather Campbell and Ian Roberts did that VR one or maybe Heather did it, where she did VR improv.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and people just like showed up in like
In, like, a
virtual
fake-
theater
and just
yeah.
disrupted the show, if I remember correctly.
yeah, like walked onto stage.
Yeah.
It's a valiant attempt. I don't think that's gonna work. That's interesting. What is the other part? Was like they just showed how to monetize it, like, and you have to buy.
Yeah, so like it would be the person, and they would be like, "You should really check out Wendy's. It's got great burgers." And then it would go like, then they would go like, "Did I just advertise something?" And it was like, "Yeah, Wendy's."
Right.
So it was like the like advertisers could buy your body for 5 seconds to like
funny.
pitch something.
They just like send a little commercial through your head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy to me.
That feels like inventing a technology that's very plausible.
Well, that was the other part of it. Is that's what got when you were talking about that. It's like there's going to be an advancement in
Right.
dating technology. I don't know what it looks like, but maybe it's that.
It's really funny, like living through technological advancements and seeing like the falls and the whatever, like those bird scooters and lime scooters.
Oh, we've been
Really?
talking about that. I think that's
Surely.
Dan's mic.
Like they kind of do feel like the
Worked it right
future.
off the table.
My mic came.
I think it's lefty in that one.
Oh, that's good. It doesn't matter. Just like that, those scooters kind of feel like the future, and like everyone has a little scooter they ride around.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. Nobody walks anymore.
and just-
but then like we have to live through the part like people throw them all over the street and they throw them in the river, and it's like weird and it doesn't work good, and like
Yeah.
it kind of looks like perfect future, but it's like this sucks sort of also.
Yeah. I was thinking about those the other day because they got.
This has come up. I'm not kidding. The last 4 podcasts.
I have
They're
been
fascinating.
obsessing
Yeah.
about
They're
it.
fascinating.
But it's like, I think I took a driver's ed class or whatever, and they were like, the number of automobile fatalities was higher when the car first invented than it is today, even though there's 10 times the amount of automobiles. And so everybody's like, these scooters suck. They're everywhere. And it's like, well, there's a learning curve. Like,
Yeah.
I do think like they're a good way to get around. Like we've got to figure out a way to make them work. Just banning them seems like
Right.
so wild to me. It's like, yeah, they're dangerous, but so are people in cars who are high on fucking Percocet or whatever. Like,
So when you sign up for the app for this, which I guess we're brought to you by Bird and Lime Scooter.
just Bird. I don't like lime.
Yeah, you have a preference.
Can't find a fucking bird in this neighborhood.
I know it sucks.
You got that right. So when you sign up, does it like tell you guidelines? Like, does it tell you
Yeah.
like sidewalk or street?
Yeah.
It does.
Says you have to ride on the street, wear a helmet,
a
like
helmet.
respect law, like the law.
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone wearing a helmet on
No.
this.
But you have to agree to wear, like, it's like, I think it's just their liability.
Yeah, they give up liability if you say you're wearing a helmet.
So in their mind's eye, I'm carrying a helmet around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess.
Well,
Yeah.
I know they think you're not going to have a helmet, but they're just like, well, let's just throw them out there and we'll figure out the laws later.
Terms of service.
Yeah.
Interesting. They're definitely on the sidewalk. That's
Yeah.
what I'll say.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the annoying part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They're annoying, but
I've thought of that future thing with like Uber and Lyft, where it's like it feels like it's from like a dystopian movie where now all those like a world where you can see by a sticker on someone's car that they work in the service economy.
Yeah.
Like they have a sticker on their car that
Yeah.
tells you basically like what they are in the hierarchy of like jobs.
Yeah.
And we can like determine status based on that.
yeah. You know, it's weird you saying that. If I see somebody with that sticker and they're like turning left when they shouldn't be turning left or they're in the way or whatever, I almost go like, well, they're at work. Like I almost get less mad at them because it's like, hey, he's working. Like,
That's funny. I did the opposite. I'm like, you should be better at this. It's your fucking job.
I do think that Lyfts and Ubers and this bullshit that I've been noticing lately, maybe no one else that I bring this up to is like as mad about this as I am, but like the like pausing at stop signs. Like I think people are either like, when I say pausing, I mean like really like
Taking a long break.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like to like compose themselves or figure out what's going on their phone or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like that shit
Yeah.
enrages me because it's
Yeah.
like this is the one place where there are rules
Yeah.
for stopping. Like you got to pull over.
I've noticed that in the middle of the street, they'll just like turn and then start going really slow.
Yeah,
Like just on a normal 45-mile-per-hour street.
yeah.
And being like on their phone, being like, wonder what my next
Right.
pickup is. And it's like, you don't know by now to pull over?
Yeah, I drove Lyft for a bit
Yeah.
and for like one night. Their guidelines, not great. I mean, I got by them with my window didn't open in the back. Every time I locked my car, my whole car went, which alarmed every one of my passengers. It was just like an electrical issue with my car.
And you can't warn them because it's happening so quickly.
Nothing. It's nothing.
I do have to. I'd be like, hey, don't worry about that. It just means it's locked. Like, no other car in the world does that.
Right. Well, so you didn't like doing it?
I hated it. I fucking hated it. There was a couple good rides, but there's also people that like were just wore too much cologne and ignored me, or like, which is a kind of a weird thing. But I was like trying to chat with everybody, but like it was really weird how people would just talk about whatever they were talking about, anyways, like as if I wasn't there.
Oh yeah,
and that was weird. I also, my first ride was to the airport the day before Thanksgiving, which was a fucking wild ride. Had a guy that I had to pull out of my car because he was drunk.
Whoa.
With the help of his friend, but like he just passed out, and like I had to it was ride number 2, pulling him out, and like.
So you went to the airport with your first ride.
Yep, second ride was from West Side back into Hollywood. Pulled a drunk guy out of my car that I was like very worried was going to throw up or something. Yeah. But there were some okay ones in between. I know at the end of the day I made like $110.
I've heard like the 8 a.m. to noon is like the shift to take because it's just people going to work or to the airport.
Yeah.
They're all like in their own world. They're not trashed.
Oh, that's interesting.
I think that's probably right. Yeah. But the main thing I couldn't get over is like, you're in my car. This is my car.
Yeah.
I take this to go to my mommy's house. You guys are in here acting like you own the place.
CBT. Looks like I'm good to go right in here. Eat. Hi, I have an appointment.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Jake Jabor.
Okay, great. Just go ahead and sign in there.
Great.
And fill this out and have a seat.
Okay. Thank you.
What are you here for?
A CBT.
Okay. Woo. Here for a... You sure?
Yeah, my doctor said it would be recommended it.
Okay, yeah, you just don't look like a normal clientele. That's fine. Yeah, grab a seat and
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be with you in just a second.
Great, thank you. What is this, a waiver?
Yeah, that's a waiver. Go ahead and fill out the waiver. There's 3 waivers in there. Go ahead and fill those out. And
This must be some extreme therapy.
so what do you think you're here for?
We cut next door. Gling, gling. Is this a CBT place?
Yeah. What's your name?
Do you want my real name?
Yes. Yes.
Rick Daniels.
Rick Daniels?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have a referral from your doctor, Rick?
What?
Do you have a referral from your doctor, Rick?
What?
Rick,
is there a password?
Really amped up here.
Yeah, I kind of had I had quite a morning to lead to this. A lot of. Just I went to CBT.
Okay, good.
I have this note from my doctor. I'm all clean.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, you're not according to this note, actually.
Oh, pretty clean.
We cut back next door. Okay, and is that what you're going to be wearing? Huh? Are you going to wear that in to see the
Oh,
specialist?
God. Yeah. Is it a formal thing? I didn't.
No, decidedly not formal.
I didn't have. I was working at Sharky's and I came
Let me
over.
tell you, this is your first time here, huh?
Yeah.
You're in for a big surprise. You're in for a big surprise. I can tell you're going to be a regular for sure. But you're clearly in for your first big surprise.
Oh my gosh.
So if you want, in the corner, there's a whiskey, vodka, take a shot, or whatever you need to relax.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Boy, they really want you to unwind in here, huh?
Yeah, we would definitely want you to be as open and ready for what's about to happen as
Wow.
possible.
Okay.
We cut next door.
Okay, so
Should I just read this New Yorker or hang out or?
yeah, read it. And if you did bring pants, you could go ahead and throw them on whenever.
This is not appropriate.
What's that?
It's just a little. It's just leather.
Oh, whatever.
undies.
I don't want to shame you, but I noticed you really loaded that LaCroix up with whiskey and vodka.
You notice.
So basically, what's going to happen here is the specialist will do kind of an intake with you. He'll get to know you a little bit. Yes. Oh, did you have a preference for a...
I prefer a female, yeah.
Oh, okay.
We cut back next door. Okay, so let's go ahead and get your height and weight here.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
All this to torture my cock and balls?
Oh, yeah. She's not going to like your weight. She's not going to like your high weight. You're going to be in trouble.
We cut to the other place. I need to work some shit out.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Sorry if this is weird.
No, yeah, this is fine. It's what cognitive behavioral therapy is for. It's to deal with whatever your own issues are.
That's what I'm trying to do. I got some weird issues. I used to go next door and get my dick ripped apart, but...
Oh, to the place to the right or the crazy butthole touching place on our left?
There's a butthole touching place?
Yeah, this thing happened where they made 3 CBC times in a row by accident, and so the only people that could lease it were people doing that type of thing.
That's the place that the line out the door.
Yeah. They touch your butthole in ways I can't even imagine. It's crazy.
You know, rain check on this.
Oh God, we keep losing people to crazy butthole touching.
Awesome. We're back. So let's get into the meat part of the podcast, where we talk about. I'm sure Ryan, you brought up crazy butthole touching story?
I brought a crazy. It's funny that that's what that first scene was about, because when I was young.
Oh, young.
No.
Just 29 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into whatever you'd like to speak about.
So when I think I was maybe 6 years old, like first grade ish. I went to a Macy's with my mom and my sister to go look at the furniture department. We were buying some furniture for our new house that we moved into, and my mom left my sister and I like sitting on this chair right here while she was like filling out paperwork, not that far away or whatever. And so my sister and I are sitting there just kind of laughing and goofing around, and like we're good, and we've done this many times and no big deal, but we're laughing and joking, and she's sitting on a chair and I'm sitting on one across from her, I thought. And then she makes me laugh, or I do a big movement or whatever and go to like throw myself back in the chair. But then I find out that I'm sitting on an ottoman and there's no back to the chair. So I just like slammed my whole body backwards and hit my head on the corner of a glass table.
Oh, Jesus.
And so my head like got cut open in a Macy's furniture department. And it wasn't bad, but I did like get up and sort of just go like, that hurt. I think I'm okay. I'm fine or whatever. But then I took my hand away and I still have like a vivid mental image. Like I'll remember it till I'm dead, of just like my whole right arm from like my fingertips to my elbow was just like bloody. And it scared the shit out of me because I was like 5 or 6 or whatever it was. So then we like
shit out of me today.
Yeah, absolutely. But then I guess the funny part of it is, so far it's traumatic. The funny part was that there was like a nurse there with, I don't know, she didn't have a baby with her, but she had a baby bag for some reason. So she put a diaper on my head to like stop the bleeding and like wrapped it all up and stuff, and like just happened to be what was there. But as a kid, I was like really embarrassed about it. I was like, do not put a diaper on my head. Like if anyone hears about this, like I thought it was going to get back to school or something, that I like had a diaper on my head. And like as a kid, like, I don't know, just diaper and head seemed so bad. And and everything was fine. I got a couple of stitches and no big deal. But maybe that's why I'm stupid now. But
that's why you're such a shithead.
I mean, I wonder if she would have done that to an adult man.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would have also. It is a little humiliating, regardless of your age.
Absolutely.
Wow.
So that's kind of it. And I got an ambulance and rushed to the hospital. They gave me stitches, and they had to, because if you call one, they have to my mom we could have just driven there or whatever, but they were like, no, it's procedure or whatever. So
Macy's had to?
Yeah, Macy's was like, we're sending you to the hospital. No, I think I
could see how that'd be a rule though.
Yeah, liability or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. So it ended fine, but I just remember being really embarrassed about having a diaper on my head.
Yeah.
It was clean.
That's funny.
In grade school, elementary school, we were in the art room and the teacher was not in the art room. And in retrospect, it's like, man, why was she not in the art room? And my friend found somebody had made some sculpture, some project. It was basically like a big, thick bolt. With a bunch of wire wrapped around it, and then the wire was stretched out, and my friend Chase was swinging it around, and it came loose and hit me in the head, and same thing. I was like, I think I'm fine, and then I remember my vision being impaired by the amount of blood that was coming down my face, and so we went to the nurse's station, and
Still no teacher?
Still no teacher. And somehow he, I don't know, they got me patched up. And then the principal was like, so what happened in there? And I didn't want to get Chase in trouble. So I was like, I think I bent down to pick my pencil up. And when I was coming up, I hit it on the corner of the table. And he was like, really? Chase said he threw a bolt at your head. And I was like, well, I probably did both. And maybe, but it was like, don't ask me what happened then. If he confessed, what do you just to see if I would lie for my friend's sake? I was like, Chase, what the hell, man? Now I'm untrustworthy.
The kid who got hurt is the one they're not trusting anymore?
Yeah, I got in trouble for lying and he was off the hook.
Also, you told a story about how you're a doofus.
That's you in a nutshell.
Yeah.
No, he didn't hit me. Well, I'm so stupid.
In fifth grade, since it's sort of a similar story, I got in a little fight with a good friend of mine, and I punched him in the nose, broke his nose.
Whoa.
And
it's pretty impressive to break a nose.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.
I'm not gonna mess with Rosenberg.
But he, same thing, I think, kind of didn't want to get me in trouble, and we were still friends and whatever. So he started telling a bunch of people that he fell out of a tree, and all the parents were like, onto your face? Squarely onto your nose? What are you talking about? Tell us the truth.
Your hands in your pockets?
Yeah.
I wonder how much of being a parent is just knowing that a child is lying to you and just being like, I don't want to go through with it. Okay, you fell on your face. Got it. Fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
There's no way that's what happened, but sure.
But you ready for bed? Okay. Bye.
I think I've told this on the podcast before, but I went on a vacation to Florida for 2 weeks when I was a kid. And early on in the vacation, I was playing with my dad. We were playing some sort of game. We had two twin beds next to each other, and I was bouncing back and forth from bed to bed. The game, I believe, is not a game that I don't think we ever played it before or after, but I remember pretending I was a baby lizard. We were like, look at me, I'm bouncing. And of course my foot slips on the sheet and my head just smacks into the bed frame. And that's one of those moments where they carry my dad. I remember my dad picking me up and carrying me out, and I saw in the mirror, and I just had blood covering my face. That's one of those vivid ones.
Yeah, the head will really bleed.
Yeah, my grandpa was like, "Put a Band-Aid on it." He was in World War II, but they took me to the hospital, stitched me up. I really hit it hard. I cracked my skull cap, and then a week or so later, I had a wrap on my head and a bunch of stitches. You can actually still see the scar. I was same vacation. I was running down the hall in flip flops towards an elevator, and I tripped on my flip flops and smacked my head into a concrete ashtray right by the elevator. And they had to take me right back to that same hospital.
Oh my God.
I never told you that?
No.
And the second time, the people at the hospital were like, they like took my parents, separated them from me, and were like, "So what happened here?" And I had to literally be like, "I was running in flip flops and smacked my head." And that one, there's still a mark for it too.
Wow.
That was 2 in a week.
Yeah, yikes.
They assumed your parents were incredibly violent. They were like throwing you head first into the fence.
Yeah.
Head first into a sharp.
Nope, just an idiot.
Just cartoonishly hulking you, like grabbing you by the ankle and slamming you into the ground.
You could tell us if your dad is transforming into
Does he say things like, "You wouldn't like me when I'm angry"? Call you puny a lot?
The other thing that I was reminded of from your story, I'm not sure if I've said this on the podcast before, but one time my parents were going furniture shopping at Steinhoffel's.
Don't know it.
Yeah, it's a local store in Wisconsin. But I was being a little jerk, and I was like, I don't want to go in. I was like, I don't want to go in. It's going to be boring. I don't want to go in there. I somehow like complained my way into being able to stay in the car and play Game Boy or whatever. But their rule was, they said, okay, but if we let you stay out here, you can't move. Like you have to stay in the car. And then like got to like 20 minutes later and I have to shit in this car. And what ended up happening, and my parents remember this more vividly than I do, but what ended up happening is I pooped in a McDonald's bag.
You have not said this.
And did you keep it in the car?
Yeah, in the back of a Jeep. I couldn't leave the car. That was the rule. I don't know what I did about the pee part of that situation, but I definitely, pooped into a McDonald's bag. And then my parents, like, my mom like laughs when she tells us. I'm just like opening the car, just be like, "What the fuck happened to me?" I was like 8. I was like a little too old for that.
And are you like sitting inside of like closed windows?
I just had to wait.
Just like hotboxing a car with shit. That is the most disgusting thing.
Also, it was not tinted windows, open parking lot. Steinhoffel's is bustling.
I like stories that like you can tell that the end of the story is your parents being like, "We failed.
Yeah.
Where did we fuck up? Like this is on us now." Like having that moment of like, "Oh, Josh, oh why?
How did I not teach you not to do this?" I didn't know this was something I needed to cover.
This was your solution? This is the kind of boy I've raised?
Yeah, maybe from then on I went into every furniture store.
They were like, "You're coming in the store."
Yeah, that's the lesson.
I'm talking real shit. Things I should tell boys who got no truth.
Improv.
Okay, sorry I'm late. There's my resume right there. And of course, to get it out of the way, I did have a bit of a head injury on the way here. And that is a diaper on my head. I'm not being funny. I'm not weird. It was just the quickest solution. I didn't want to be too late to this.
That's a bad cut, huh?
Yeah. I was on the bus and I was sitting facing the person behind me, and we were like, it was kind of like a cute talk we were having with each other, you know. And she made a joke, and I wanted to make it look like I thought it was really funny, so I leaned back to laugh, and I bonked the guy behind me's head pretty hard.
Okay.
And so it was a whole thing.
We see he has a Target bag with he's bought a package of diapers.
So
you went and got a diaper, and then
well, yeah. I thought, well, they were out of tampons, and so I knew I needed something to stop the bleeding. So I bought these diapers, and I threw them on. So anyway, do you kind of run the meeting, or do I? How does this interview?
Yeah, I will definitely run it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, this is
sorry,
sort of a.
Sorry, I'm late, guys. Am I too late for the group interview?
Yeah, you can come on in.
Okay,
Come on in.
Thank you so much. Sorry, here's my resume. Everything's in order. I was on the bus and
Oh,
oh,
hey.
hi.
Hey.
Hey. sorry.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't. We're both in suits, but I guess we didn't ask each other
Yeah,
why.
yeah. I don't usually ask someone why they're in a suit.
No, me either. Anyway, sorry. As you can see, the front of my head is bonked, and there's a tampon sticking out of it.
Oh,
They were out of.
So you were looking straight at the back of his head?
Well, yeah, I was seated behind him on the bus. No real place to look. And then this clown does one of the broadest laughs I've ever seen and shoots back into my nose.
Okay.
Anywho, I apologize. I didn't want to be this late, but, had to get the tampon from my nose.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I didn't know this was a group interview. I think that I will show, based on both my ingenuity for how I solved my problem compared to this guy, that I am probably a better hire for this job.
Yeah. Yeah, it is kind of a problem. You're going to have to do some problem solving in this job.
Good.
It is like it's one of the best daycares in the.
Oh, yeah. And as you can see, I know how to put a diaper on. So if you have issues with kids.
On your head.
Well. But when I put it on my head, I was imagining a naked baby's body because that's only how I've done it before.
And I don't know how old you guys go, with your kids or whatever, but obviously I understand the use of a tampon, how it stops bleeding, things like that. So if that were ever an issue, I'd be very prepared to solve that problem as well.
Okay.
Or a naked baby. I can do both.
Hi, is this a group interview?
Yes,
Hi.
yes.
Oh, good. Another one.
Everyone was supposed to be here at noon.
Oh.
Yeah. I know these two guys.
Hey.
Oh.
It's, I'm sorry I'm late.
Yeah, okay.
I saw this guy do a broad laugh.
Okay.
Buddy, I mean, come on. It was desperate.
Bonked this guy in the nose. Blood gushed out. I laughed, but I tried to stifle it. I pooped my pants.
Jesus.
I went to the Target. They were out of diapers.
Oh, yeah.
You were going to get a diaper after?
You pooped your pants and you were going to put a diaper over the pants?
Well, I understand you lost your underwear. Your underwear was gone, no good at that point. I understand.
Well, yeah, that pair of underwear was ruined. And I
Ruined.
thought,
You're not going to wash them?
I still don't know what.
no, I got them right here.
At least put them in a bag. Throw them away, not here. Either.
No, don't throw them away. Just throw them in my McDonald's bag.
Okay.
No, under the Whopper.
You bought a Whopper at McDonald's?
No, I bought a Whopper at Burger King, idiot.
Okay.
What happened to your McDonald's bag? Or what happened to your Burger King bag?
My Burger King bag? Oh, well, I shit my pants. And I had to save diapers in case my head kept bleeding. So as you can see, while I pull my pants down, I'm wearing this Burger King bag as a diaper.
You have diapers.
But my head might keep bleeding more.
This is a nightmare.
So as you can see,
Well, since we're all coming clean, I just want to say that I have to apologize for being late. I would have made it on time with just the tampon on my nose. But I was laughing so hard at just what a whole mess this was. I mean, that was a funny time on the bus.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm laughing so hard that I pooped my own pants. Well, I was in line at a Sonic, and
Later?
yeah, I was late. I had to again. I was going to be on time. I got sidetracked. Anyway, I pooped my pants. I didn't. I used the bag for trash and threw it away. So I'm still sitting here in my poopy pants.
Yeah, use the bag for trash. I guess.
And to be clear, you weren't in line for the Sonic. We were in a bus to Sonic. Because
really?
you have to be in a car to eat at Sonic, and none of us own cars, so we were all on a Sonic trip.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm great with kids, obviously. I have two sons of my own, William and Craig, and they're the light of my life. And I think that I'd be a great fit here.
Okay, well, I'm not hiring any one of you absolute morons.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Harsh.
That's
Hey,
harsh.
I mean, come on. you bonked heads on the bus. You all three independently shit your pants at different fast food joints, even though you were on your way to a Sonic.
I think he shit his pants on the bus.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Give credit where credit is due. It's not that weird to shit your pants on a bus.
Thank you.
Probably weirder the way I did it, just laughing at Sonic later.
Yeah, that is pretty funny.
You know, it came. That's what it was. It was almost like a callback.
Yeah.
It hit me in the. It almost was like it was old memory already.
Right. That's funny. That is funny.
That is funny.
All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. Do I have a...
Oh, did you shit your
I
pants?
did shit my pants. That was funny.
Yeah, see?
Here's a tampon.
Great. Throw these underpants away.
I just, here's a handful of Band-Aids is what I used.
Perfect.
And some Neosporin to top it off.
Would have loved to get a wipe in there.
To another doctor's office. You put Neosporin and Band-Aids on your butthole?
Yeah.
It closed up. You healed your butthole.
I didn't think the butthole was a wound.
Oh yeah, the butthole's a wound.
Who's this? Oh.
I'm glad you came for a second opinion. I've been in the room the whole time with Dr.
I thought
Jones.
that was a lamp.
No,
I have him in here as a second opinion.
Yes, that's
ready to go in case you don't believe me.
This is a lamp doctor's coat, much like the tuxedo T-shirt. So that I can stand in the corner unassuming.
The first doctor spit all over me.
Well, sometimes it's such a convincing costume. Sometimes even he forgets I'm wearing it. And I'll surprise him by popping out of the corner with the spot-on diagnosis.
I would be shitting my pants right now if I could.
Yeah, hi, we're back. My kid hit his head again. So could you just make a copy of the form?
What?
I brought my kid in here. He got his head stitches.
Yeah, you were just in here yesterday.
Yeah, he hit his head again. So I know the procedure, yada, yada, yada. Make sure I have in my insurance.
Okay.
Just got to get him through.
Okay, son, come this way. Here, let's put a bandage on you. Let's get you healed up. Sir, your son is in pretty bad shape here. I don't know why you're so laissez-faire. You're trying to get through this so quick.
I know the process. He hit his head again. He's, he's bleeding out his head. It's a routine thing at this point. I mean,
Okay, and are you watching him? Where were you when he hit his head?
I was watching him. I watched him take a dive. He wearing flip-flops, trying to race for the elevator.
Okay.
Slipped right out of those flip-flops.
Okay.
Hit his head on a cement ashtray.
Racing to the elevator, was he running away from you? What's happening?
No, he's not running away from me.
What's happening in these situations?
No, he's been playing Baby Lizard for the past 3 days.
Sir, you have a punch card at the hospital, okay? You're here too much for me to think this is a responsible, safe parent-child relationship.
I'm bringing him to the hospital.
Okay. Can I have just a second? Let me just talk to your son for just a second.
Yes.
Hey, Danny.
Hi, Dr. Brown.
Why don't you tell me what happened today and yesterday?
Well, I've been playing this really fun game called Baby Lizard.
Okay.
Where I'm a little baby lizard and I run away from my daddy.
Okay. That doesn't sound that fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Okay.
Do you want to play?
No.
Baby lizard. Boing, boing. Boing.
Oh,
Boing, boing, boing.
Okay.
Boing. Ah!
Oh. Okay. Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Just sit back up here. Sit back up here. Okay. I believe you, sir. I believe you.
Hey, what happened to my kid?
I think you did this again.
What? I didn't do this.
I see what your kid is like. I have a little bit more empathy
Okay,
for you.
thank
now.
you, thank
I
you.
see that he's a little bit rambunctious.
Yes.
That lizard
Okay.
game was pretty fun. I will say it's a
really
pretty fun
fun.
game, but not that safe. You
Yeah.
can't jump on top of sheets. That's
Yeah.
the thing you need to learn. Mattress is okay, but a sheet you're going to lose your footing. Okay, son.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Doctor's table had paper sheet on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not safe.
Now he's got 2 bad wounds. You gotta get him fixed up. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get you fixed up. We're waiting for a room to get cleaned up. We'll get you in there just a second. Here, put this gauze on. We'll Sort of
just wait.
triage
Hey, that was
right now.
passive aggressive. I'm almost done cleaning the room. Okay, I'm almost done cleaning the room.
Yeah. No, yeah. The room's almost done, right? You've been at it for a while, so it should be done any minute.
I swear to God.
What?
I swear to fucking God, man. Not today.
Okay.
I'm almost done cleaning the room.
Reggie,
Yeah.
then just be done with it. Don't be out here talking about how you're almost done with it. Just finish it up.
Oh, Dr. Brown, not today. It's going to be 30 seconds, okay?
Okay, well, it's going to be 30 seconds longer the longer we talk.
Oh, I wouldn't have to clean the rooms if kids didn't keep knocking their heads in all of them.
What do you want me to do about it? Not play Lizard when he wants to? Little baby
Yeah,
lizard?
you're not here to play games with kids. I'm sorry.
Not here to play games with genders either.
The clock's ticking. If he's idle for too long, he's going to baby lizard again. So I don't know if there's a way to push this along.
Son, just sit still, okay? We don't want another injury. Just,
Thanks.
I'm sure it's almost done.
I heard that.
Well, then maybe a little less time listening into the hallway and a little more time cleaning the room just off the hallway.
Well, I wouldn't have to listen if every time I listened in, I was getting shit talked about. You worry about your business and I'll worry about mine.
Baby lizard likes a broom.
No.
Oh, my broom. My broom. Oh, this is fun. Oh, no. Oh, he impaled himself.
Oh, no. Okay, put pressure on the wound.
Okay.
Put pressure on the wound.
Okay.
Is the room ready? What happened in there?
I need the broom to finish sweeping the room.
There's blood. Reggie, there's blood all over the room now.
Yeah.
Clean it up.
Okay.
That janitor's
Oh,
broom
not
was
today,
too
Dr.
sharp.
Brown. Not today.
Come on, Reggie, do your job.
We can't pull the broom out of my son. What? There's not
No,
another
I know
broom?
I can't pull the broom out of your son. Let me just lift the broom, sweep some of the blood out of here. Here we go. Here we go. And the sweep.
Easy,
and
boy,
the sweep,
easy.
And the sweep.
Sir, you're so okay with all of this. You need to take more care for your son.
Yeah,
I got a feeling that he's a little wild.
Are you a
because he's
parent?
taking
Are
an
you a
example.
parent? It's
No.
very hard, okay?
Okay.
It's very hard. He gets himself into a lot of trouble. How was I going to know that he was going to get impaled by a broom? I'm just trying to raise him right and make him not feel weird about it.
I saw you doing snooze in the lobby. You're snorting. You're fucking snorting nicotine, okay? It's
I can do snooze. I can be snooze and be a good dad.
You're white trash, man. Come on, take care of your kid.
Oh, I like a little snooze doesn't make me a bad guy.
I'll tell you this. I don't know any good guys that do snooze.
Oh, you haven't met me? I'm a hell of a guy. A little snooze? Well, nothing wrong with that. You okay there, kiddo?
Okay, the headline is the broom is just moving the blood around. So I
Well,
am.
as soon as the room is ready, I'll operate.
Dr.
I would
Brown,
love
I am
to
at
do
my wits
job.
fucking end with you, Dr. Brown. I am at my wits end today.
Baby
Okay.
lizard wants some snooze.
No, no. That's where I draw the line.
Oh, he's doing snooze through his head wounds.
Yeah, so story goes, the car accident happened because I thought I saw a mouse on the ground, and I reached down for it, and I couldn't quite grab it. Anyway, so bonked my dang head on the steering wheel. It was really weird. You know how they say you see birds or something?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I definitely felt like I was seeing something.
Okay.
And yeah, the next thing I know, I'm getting sideswiped
Okay.
by my good friend Jake. Just so happened to be.
Huh.
So I guess I'm a big dumb bozo idiot is what I'm trying to say. I guess I'm just a fucking knob. So I don't want this to affect Jake's insurance or anything.
Okay. Jake told me that he hit you while you were crossing a just crossing a crosswalk. He told me you were walking and he was driving drunk and he hit you.
He said that?
Yeah, I don't know why you're trying. You're making up such a. Why is there a mouse in your car? What are you talking about? You were looking for a mouse. Like a computer
Well,
mouse?
if you saw a mouse in your car, you wouldn't be curious.
I guess I would be really curious. Yeah, but Listen, you don't need to look out for your friend. He told the
said he was
truth.
drunk and
He told us the truth. He told us the truth and actually got him a lot of points. I am a little disappointed in you.
What?
For just lying about this whole debacle. You know? Imagine how many people could have gotten in trouble if we would have went through your insurance. Police came. They start looking. At least Jake told the truth. You're a little liar. You have detention.
I also have a broken leg.
I'm giving you detention.
Fuck.
I'm giving you detention.
Senior in high school.
Yeah. That's right. Jake drove drunk, but at least he was honest about it. As a senior in high school.
This is no fair, you know? This is no fair. I was just trying to, whatever. I think both could be true.
All right, detention. You're all in here because you know a criminal. And you're in here from 4 to 5 today, and I don't want to hear a peep out of anybody, okay? Now, I am going to take a quick leave of the room. But you guys must behave yourselves, okay? Hey, let's not swing any ropes or anything in here, any metal, all right? Kyle, I'm looking at you.
Okay.
You are not on like a motorcycle from a Streets of Rage style game. Don't swing that around. All right, 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Okay. Hey, does anyone have a pen?
Yeah.
I was going to do a little homework while I'm here anyway.
Okay.
It's a good idea, yeah. Use our time wisely. Detention fucking sucks.
So, Josh,
Yeah?
in detention, you saw a mouse on the floor, tried to chase it up the ceiling, and it shoved the pen up your butt. The mouse took the pen.
It might have been more with one mouse. I don't know.
Oh, you think there was an army of mice?
I think so, yeah.
Shoved the pen up your butt.
They shoved, yeah, I was
Okay.
I was goofing off. I was goofing off. I dropped my pen on the ground. I went to chase it. A mouse bullied me, took my shorts down, and a whole team of them put it up there, and I feel pretty.
And just remember, we have your records here, so we know a week ago you lied about a mouse.
I wasn't lying about that mouse. I'm not lying. Just like I don't know. I guess I'm like a mouse. Mice hate me or
So
they love
the two
me.
options are that you're covering for your friends,
I'm not. Oh my
or
gosh.
that a group of mice bullied you. And
Hey guys, I've just been sitting right outside the office. I wanted to come in and say I'm really sorry for sticking that pen up your butt. I really apologize.
Can I ask you a quick question, Kyle?
Yeah.
Are you a mouse?
Of course not.
Yeah. All right. Well, all right, Josh. It sounds like 2 more weeks detention for you.
I was sodomized.
Well, look who's back. Pen and ass boy.
God.
Welcome back to my hell.
Just can everyone leave me alone today in detention? I just want to get some work done quietly.
You know 2 criminals?
Yeah.
Oh, bad
One of
boy.
One of them got out on good behavior for sticking a pen up my butt.
Wow, you must be a real bad boy.
I'm not a bad boy. I don't want that reputation. I'm trying to get.
I'm hitting on you.
What? What?
I'm attracted to you.
I'm not
bad
interested.
boy.
I'm not interested. I'm honestly just trying to take the straight and narrow right to a state school.
We don't have to date.
What?
I'll just jerk you off under the table.
I don't want to be jerked.
Josh. What are you talking about? An army of mice sucked your dick? What are you talking about, Josh?
Yeah.
That doesn't make you look good or helpful or anything. There's no benefit of you telling me that story.
I'm telling you. It was
Nobody brought you into the office. We didn't know what happened. No teacher was in detention.
I'm telling
came
you,
in
it's
screaming
true.
about we have your records here, Josh. 6 weeks in a row, you've come in complaining about sentient mice.
It's nuts. If you met a sentient gang of mice that sucked your dick, you wouldn't complain about it.
I'd say thank you, Josh. I'd say thank you.
There was too many to swat. They worked in perfect unison.
Josh,
One on the zipper,
Josh.
on the button. Have you ever seen Ratatouille? And they're all cooking in the kitchen.
I did, and I really liked it, and I don't appreciate that. I really liked the film, Josh. That's part of why I'm so
I did
angry.
too.
Listen, I'm not happy to do this, but we're going to have to send you down the street. We're going to have to expel you and send you to Victory High School.
No one even confessed to this one.
Yeah, we're just tired of the whole mouse thing.
Fuck, so am I. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just you do yours.
We cut to the juvenile hall. Well, Josh, you've been here 6 weeks, and I gotta say, putting you in the cafeteria, meals have never been better.
Yeah.
I mean, this is incredible. This stew is amazing.
It's all me. I don't know, a little passion of mine.
It tastes like it was made by a freaking rat.
Who said that?
Oh my God, the French food critic. The French food critic is here.
At our juvenile detention center.
Oh God, I hope he likes it.
I'll take one slop.
Okay. My signature slop.
This is the guy that does 50 best juvies in America. The camera zooms in, colors flash, everything goes crazy. This guy's having an experience back to his childhood when he was in juvenile hall in France eating slop.
I like it. It reminds me of when I was in juvenile hall eating slop.
Okay, great. Can I get out
I'd
of
like
this?
to speak to the chef.
Okay. Hi. Hello.
Are you
Nice
the
to
chef?
Yes.
Well, this is a wonderful meal.
Thank
I
you.
just need to check to make sure.
I'm being sexually assaulted by rats.
You're being sexually. Oh, that's it.
Nightly.
Go to detention.
Why would that change it?
You little liar. Go to detention. I was going to compliment your food. And then you come. Why was that the first thing you said to me?
Because it's true.
Well, then go to the rat police.
What? I would. Is there a thing?
I don't know. But
Hello, sir. What can we help you with? Welcome to the rat police.
I gotta be quiet here. They're following me.
You on drugs, sir? You on drugs? You're
I don't-
shaking around like you're on cocaine or something.
I don't know. I got like 100 rat bites.
Okay.
I'm getting blown nightly by rats.
Well, that's the kind of thing we deal with here. Do you have any proof?
Pictures?
I will definitely take a look at those pictures.
I don't have pictures. No.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, you're out of luck.
Fuck.
Any evidence? What's the complaint you would actually like to file? You came all the way down to the rat police.
These rats are following me.
Well, we have had some reports of that happening lately. We've had some reports around town. A lot of kids talking about this. Unfortunately, most of them have been unsubstantiated by a bunch of liars.
we cut to the police lineup. Okay. Number 3, and just tell me if any of these look familiar to you. Number 3, step forward and jerk off this guy. Does this feel right? Is that the one?
Nice. I'm telling you, it's more of a swarm.
A swarm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a little rat
All
paws.
of you call your friends down here.
Okay.
All of you call your friends down here. And stick this pen.
Cut to another just house. So how was work tonight, sweetheart? How was the police lineup acting gig?
You know, I thought I was really going to have a moment to shine.
Uh-huh.
And then they're like, do you have any friends? And then it's not just me jerking a guy off. It's me and 8 friends jerking a guy off. So now...
Wait, what? You had to jerk a guy off?
Yeah. I had to jerk a guy off. But I didn't stand out. It was just me and 8 other of my friends.
I'll get it.
Make sure it's not a cat.
Great. Let's get into the meat part of the podcast. Then.
I used to work at this place on City Walk called Carl Strauss. Universal City Walk is like the downtown Disney of Universal Studios.
Here?
What's that? Yeah, here in LA. And so it's like there's a Lids and a Hot Topic and a Raiders team store,
Sock store.
and a sock store. All the things you would want to buy on vacation.
John Lovett's Comedy Club.
The Levitt's Comedy Club shut down, but it was there while I was working. We were also directly underneath the Smod Castle, where Kevin Smith recorded all his podcast network.
Oh.
He
podcasts.
chose Universal City?
Yeah. Well, they used to be at the Oh My Ribs Theater, and then they
that's
downgraded
right.
to City Walk.
Sorry.
But anyway, so I worked at this place both before and after I graduated from college. I left to finish college at USC, and then I went back. But before I went, there was a manager there named Bill. And he was like a classic Midwestern like loser.
Wait a minute. I'm from Milwaukee.
Not everyone from the Midwest is a loser, but like a Midwestern like polite guy that's like a little bit like he was really gross, and his way of relating to everybody was he would be like, "Where are you from? Where are you from?" I'd be like, "Arizona," and he'd be like, "Oh, Arizona, the Wildcats. I could tell you something about every state that someone's from," and it's like. That you don't know something about my state because the Wildcats are the sports team at one of the colleges there.
I know 50 things.
Except Hawaii. But he, one time I was working and we got this phone call and it was somebody being like, "Hey, Vince Neil, the lead singer of, is it Motley Crue or Poison?"
Motley Crue.
What is Carl Strauss, by the way?
Carl Strauss is like a brewery. It's a San Diego-based brewery and a American style like food, nachos, wings, burgers.
Gotcha.
And so they're like, "Vince Neil is here. Vince Neil's coming in 10 minutes. He's on City Walk. He wants to hang out." And my manager gets really excited. This is like huge for him. It's like a big celebrity thing. And so they bring this guy in, the Vince Neil, and he's like bloated, long hair, with like 2 Universal City Walk security guards or like his entourage bringing him in. And so he's like telling stories about being on tour and like drinking a bunch of free drinks. And like Bill is so excited. The whole staff is like buzzing. Everyone's talking about it. And then we go into the manager's office and we look up Motley Crue tour dates or not. Sorry. What's the band again?
Yeah,
It is Motley
Motley
Crue.
Crue. All right. We look up their tour dates, and that night they were playing in New Jersey. And so, like, well, if they have a show in New Jersey tonight, I don't think this is Vince Neil. And so the guy was just he was there for like 5 hours, got trashed for free, didn't have like any sort of like people around him to indicate that he would like why on earth would Vince Neil show up at City Walk, announce he was there, and then go drink alone at like the family brew pub. And I remember it just like really destroyed Bill. That he was, he was like
Holy
Ken
shit.
Marino and Party Down. I think is a good person to compare to.
Yeah.
But Bill also, we had like really heavy TVs, and they finally got flat screens. And so he was like, "Could you help me take down one of these TVs?" And so he was unscrewing it, and I was holding it up, and he was like, "Okay." And then it just all came down and fell on my head. Like this heavy TV. And so he didn't want me to like sue, so he was like, "Hey, you can have the TV if you want." So I just got a shitty TV from that job.
It worked. You didn't sue.
Wouldn't have had grounds.
So were you like a bartender there?
I started as a host, and then I became a waiter, and then I became a bartender.
That's like
over
a weird
series of years.
gig to have going to USC, sort of, right?
Well, I lived in North Hollywood, got
Okay.
that job there, then got into school at USC, quit the job,
Got it.
graduated my college with a college degree, went right back to the same job, but as a waiter the second time around.
And Bill was a constant.
Bill was gone. Bill had replaced another guy who was a strongman who was on steroids, and he would like literally roid rage at work. He would like
Whoa.
freak out at people and like swipe things off the table and yell at people, and also was like fully would not have lasted more than a day, like in the modern world that we live in, where you can't like talk to women the way he talked, and he would only hire like what he would deem attractive 17-year-olds as like hostesses. And he was like very creepy to them. It wasn't okay then, but he got fired for those reasons.
How do you think the Sam Neill, is that his name? What is the guy's name?
Vince Neil.
Vince Neil, sorry.
I wish it was Sam Neill.
How do you think he did that? Do you think he came to City Walk and was like, walked up to someone in a shirt and was like, hey, you know, I'm Vince Neil, right? Or do you think someone was like, whoa, are you Vince Neil? And he was like, yeah.
I think like 15 years ago, someone was like, you look like Vince Neil.
Yeah.
And now he just pops around to places and like says it. Enough
what he
time
can
has
get.
gone by that no one knows what Vince Neil really looks like.
Right.
Wow.
Or they could be like, he probably looks bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this guy looks terrible, so I guess this makes sense.
Must have used to have been a rock star.
That's weird. It's an interesting job to get. I don't know. City Walk.
Working at City Walk
Kinda, yeah.
is
I
a
used to
real
live right-
nightmare. I really hated it
I believe it.
because you have to park in those like like imagine the
Jurassic.
nightmare of parking every time you go to a theme park.
Yeah.
Like you have to do that every time you go to work. You have to plan 10 minutes for that. 10 minutes to
yeah.
walk through a crowd of people.
Right.
So like just getting to work is like a nightmare.
Every shift you lose like an hour of unpaid work just
Yeah.
getting there and getting home.
And like it's like when people are on that type of vacation, they're at their like worst in the sense of like they're spending all the money they want, they're being frivolous. And so you're only seeing like this very specific like consumerist version of humanity day in, day out. And if you're not like cautious, you just think everybody on earth is like that. You're just like, oh, this is what people are like all the time. It's very disgusting.
Yeah. Let's do worst jobs. I have like, well, did I talk about American Gladiators on here before?
I don't know.
Worked at American Gladiators.
Yeah.
The Hulk Hogan reboot.
Yeah. I was on that as an audience page. I got the job from someone at UCB who's no longer at UCB. But so my job was to like basically corral audience members and like get them seated in sections and basically like keep them steady because you believe it or not, American Gladiators is not actually a very fun taping to be at. You'd think it would be because the way they cut it together is like, oh, this event and then this event. And then you track all the people and see who wins. But it was more like, today we're doing The Wall. And then like, so they would just watch just people that they've never seen before do this one event over and over.
Whoa.
Right.
And we'd probably do like 2 or 3 in a day. And people would come in and like be excited and then they'd be like, I got to get out of here. Like we had a hard time keeping people. All we had was granola bars and Monster energy drinks. And it wasn't even good granola bars. It was those like the ones that like are all crumbly, you know,
Nature
that-
Valley.
Yeah, those ones.
Oh, I think those are the
Love
good
those.
granola bars.
Those are my favorites.
I'll let you know if they reboot it again.
Yeah, I'd love to do that for a granola bar. Love to waste a day of my life for a granola bar.
And you get to see Hulk Hogan, kind of. But like some people, and it was quickly a nightmare. And there was definitely people like towards the end of the week, it was like, we got to get people in here. Like these people are not volunteering anymore because the word is out that this sucks. So they're just leaving. So we got to the point where we were booking extras to be in the audience. And then we were also taking on field trips and halfway homes, which is a real mix. And they were like amongst each other. The people in charge of the halfway homes are like checked out, like reading. The like 6th graders that are at this thing are like right in like 2 rows in front of them. And I remember these people yelling like horrific things, like just because they were pissed off that the show wasn't starting. They were pissed off that they weren't getting anything. And, you know, they're generally maybe having dodgy conversations anyway, like on a good day. But I was in charge of that. And that was one of the first moments where I was like, fuck this job.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I quit.
Yeah.
That's good.
And they didn't give me my lunches on time. Like everyone had to. One time they went over the loudspeaker and like, all right, that's lunch. See you at 2:30. And then the audience. People were there like, are you guys going to lunch?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm not. I have to sit here and watch you.
Right.
But yeah, that was by the end of it, that was like, they made me lie on my time card, and I just told them, like, I was like, I'm not fucking doing this, and fuck off forever. Like,
Wow.
I just left, and I needed money at that point. It was like when I first came to LA.
Does it pay well?
No, it was like maybe $125 a day. It was like a PA, like a shitty PA job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was 14-hour days.
Oh God.
Awful.
The union people loved it because they were
Yeah.
like, they're making overtime, and
Yeah.
but
They
I
set
was
up one wall at the beginning and then wait all day. It's great.
Yeah. Hulk was turning it on too. He was doing all right. Shitty jobs.
My worst job, I got fired from having a paper route, but I was in high school. I had a car and I was doing it myself. Like, it wasn't like my mom, you know what I mean, was driving me. So me and my friend would go and just have fun. We would it was actually a great job, but I got fired from it and it paid almost no money.
Yeah.
Like, I'd make like $100 a month from doing it once a week or whatever. It's like a Wednesday afternoon thing. But we have a lot of fun memories of just like taking papers and throwing them at like kids that were like playing in the front yard. They'd be like, yeah, throw me one. And one time this kid like was reaching up and it flew in the air, and like in slow motion, he just like missed with both hands and it hit him directly in the face. And I'll just like remember it like it was from a movie forever. It was so funny. It was so
Is that what you got fired for?
We got fired because you have like this whole route that is like maybe like 200 houses or something like that, but only like 10 or 15 people actually pay for the paper, and the rest are like samples trying to get people to buy it, but they already get it anyway. So you have to hit those like 10 or 15 houses, and if you miss the other ones, they don't really care because they're not paying for it. But we were indiscriminate and bad and threw papers. We did not hit all those important houses well. So they were like, okay, you don't seem to do this well. Don't do it anymore. I was like, okay.
Just go grab one from the neighbor next door.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was trying to think. I think Walmart might be the worst one. I worked at Walmart for a year. That was pretty bad. It was just bad because
They pay nothing, right?
yeah, and it's just like I was in high school or whatever. But that is just a mind-numbing job. So, like, I don't have an anecdote really, other than like one time a guy definitely bought all the pieces for like an enema. It was like a tub and a tube and like laxatives and Vaseline. And I remember being like, I know what he's gonna do with all those pieces. But it was just like that job. You just like. It is soul sucking, like they like try and incentivize you and like how fast you can check out or whatever. But it's like that job. I don't have a story. That job sucked.
Were you a checker?
Huh?
Were you a checker or like?
Yeah, I was a cashier.
Yeah.
And then I was up for a promotion to like a customer service representative. And it was me and like a woman in her maybe 30s or 40s with a kid or whatever. And I was like, she should probably get it. I'm not going to be sticking around. Like that job. And my manager was like some dude who just like loved Walmart and was one of those like company guys who was just like, we're going to be the number one Walmart. And it was like, why?
I hate that.
Yeah. Nothing fun about it. That job just sucked.
I'm talking real shit. Detention,
Improv!
No. I took this security job at City Walk because I wanted to protect the people on vacation. I'm not going to entourage around with Vince Neil.
Oh man, this should be your dream.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Vince Neil right now is at the crepe shop waiting for you. Okay, he's eating a ham and cheese crepe. I bet he'll give you some of it.
I don't want that.
Oh well, someone might attack Vince Neil. You can use you were in Iraq, right?
Yes.
You can use some of this is the same thing. This is the freedom you fought for. And you can use some of that training in case maybe Vince Neil tries to attack somebody.
Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine to be security.
Okay.
That's what I signed up for. I don't want to hang out with him and be part of an entourage.
Also, if you see Vince sees a woman that he's attracted to, you have to go start talking to her and talking about how cool.
Oh, no.
Hey, what's up, guys? We ready to do this thing or what?
There he is.
Hey,
My man, Dr. Feelgood.
that's right, baby. How we doing?
All right, it's good. So I'm gonna be
Hold my phone for a second. Hold my phone.
Okay.
I'm gonna be accompanying you around a little bit. We'll be hanging, and Jake will be with you, and we're excited to have a good time.
Hi, I'll
tonight.
be your
Yeah,
security detail. I'll be watching, making
Good,
sure.
good. Nice to meet you. I've never been to City Walk before. This place is awesome. Awesome. I mean, all these lights, it's like Big Vegas.
Oh yes, you're right. Yeah, that's a great.
Yeah,
observation.
I guess that's good.
Yeah.
You want your sidekick back or
No, hold on to it. Hold
Okay.
on to it. Let me get $5. Let
What?
me borrow $5. I'm going into
is
the
this?
mini donut store. I went savory with the crepe. Now I'm going sweet with the donuts. I'll get you one.
$5. You're in his entourage, dude.
No, I don't want. That's what I don't want to be. I want to. I'm gonna just.
I'll be right back.
secure the perimeter. What? No.
Wow, we are in the presence of greatness.
Are you kidding me?
Imagine how many chicks, dudes, whoever this guy has fucked, my man.
This is not the presence of greatness.
What?
This is disgusting.
Okay,
He is
okay.
gross.
Well,
this
okay.
sidekick is covered with that Arby's jam or whatever.
Horsey sauce or something else.
Hey, don't lick that jam. I'm
Why
saving
would
it.
I lick it? I'm not gonna lick this jam.
I heard you talking about the jam on my phone. Don't get any ideas.
It's supposed to be on here.
Yes. All right, I'm back out. Here.
All right.
It's the sugar donut. Have
You
one.
licked all the sugar off of it.
Yeah, it was a sugar donut. Have a plain donut. Thank you.
Eat it out of his hands already. He's putting it near right by your
Like a
mouth.
horse, you want me to eat it like it's grain? I don't
All right,
know.
A lot of things eat things out of people's hands.
All right, guys, listen. We're all best friends, right? We're all best friends.
Oh my God, my dream.
Okay,
No.
good. Now, if you're my best friend, I'm looking over here at you, Jake, which I know that you are.
I'm your security detail.
I got a thing for that donut lady. I need you to go back in there.
Jake, you know her. She's constantly getting kicked out by you at the end of the night.
You got an in with her? God, I saw her tipping her hands in to grab the donuts out of there.
She's not supposed to be doing that. I've told her about that.
That's what I said. I was like, doesn't that hot grease hurt? She's like, I can handle it. And I like a woman like
unsanitary.
that. I need you to go in there and tell her something dirty for me.
No, that's a hard pass.
Don't say something filthy to this woman, dude. It's for Vince Neil.
It's for me. I thought you were cool.
Cut to the donut shop.
What of it?
You're not supposed to do that. It's
I'm the donut maker.
you're not the donut maker.
I am the donut maker.
No, you're not. You're
What
not.
do you want, huh? You trying to yuck my yum?
No, I'm not trying to yuck your yum.
Huh? What is
No.
it? What, you can't kick me out of my own work?
I sent here from Vince Neil.
Yeah.
We see you outside there holding up a sign that says extra filthy and it's double underlined.
Come on. What do you want?
Vince Neil would like to know what horsey sauce tastes like after it's been run through your.
All right, let's get out of here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Are you kidding me?
I've moved on.
Vince Neil.
I've moved on. That was weird, dude.
You
That
gotta be
was weird, dude. I thought you were my friend, man.
Oh, that was introduce us to Tommy Lee, dude.
Tommy, check you tomorrow, dude. This isn't going to be cool for you.
That sidekick is not connected to any fucking cell phone company.
Hey, Vince, stick around.
No,
Let's pop in Camachos. Let's get a margarita.
Awesome. They love me.
You're speaking my language.
the donut lady.
You're speaking my language,
Where's everyone
5-0.
getting this jelly from?
Don't they just rub jelly on your face and look it up?
Dude, she likes you. That's what I was hoping for.
No, direct it this way.
Imagine your 12-year-old self. You told him you'd be getting the chicks Vince Neil wanted, dude.
I mean, at the time, that would have sounded awesome. In hindsight, not great.
Jake, it's Dr. Frickin' Feelgood.
The answer is Arby's jam.
Oh, we lost him. He ran into It's Sugar. He's in It's Sugar. He's dumping their expenses.
He's not supposed to do that. Hey.
Well, Well, stop him. You're
Hey, Vince. No, Vince, over here.
My friend.
No, we're not
This is
friends.
my best
No,
friend,
not true.
everybody.
And my boyfriend.
No, I'm not your boyfriend.
Yeah, we're a family.
No, what?
Meanwhile, I'm chopped liver over here.
You can have
You're
my
having the-
spot.
you're having my dream
you
day.
have my spot. I feel awful. I feel awful about what I did earlier. I feel awful about the whole thing.
Hey, Jake, you're harshing my vibe, man.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Vince, we can't understand you through the shrimp head that you took off the Bubba Gumps mascot and put on.
You're harshing my vibe.
Oh my God! He didn't just pull that. He pulled the employee's head off.
This is your job, Jake.
He decapitated.
Look what my best friend did. He pulled this guy's head off. This guy's crazy.
I did no such thing. Oh my God!
So strong.
No, I didn't do
More
that.
jam on you.
He decapitated an employee. Vince, we gotta get out of here, man. This is crazy. I can't. Somebody's dead. I gotta call the police.
Hey,
This is
Jake.
too much.
Listen, I've been giving you a hard time out there, and I apologize. But I got one more thing for you.
Are you kidding me?
See the valet stand over there? He's not looking. I need you to go steal that Maserati for me right now.
I'm not stealing a Maserati. I got a dead
Steal
body
a
on my hands
Maserati.
because of you. This is crazy. Do something.
Jake, Dr. Feelgood himself is asking you to steal a Maserati.
Come on, I'll write you a
I don't even think
prescription,
Vince
baby.
Neil wrote that song. A prescription.
Listen, the prescription for feeling good is stealing the Maz and going for a ride around the park. And then we're going to pop back out and we're going to come back into City Walk because this place is on fire.
If I steal that Maserati, will you leave? Will you just leave?
What?
What? Do you not like me?
No.
I'm Vince Neil, baby.
No, I don't like. I don't like you. You've been horrible. You've been a monster.
I thought we were going to do a 3-way.
Why are you here? We're not doing a 3-way.
Yeah, this isn't working out like I wanted. I mean, I was telling you to go hit on her for me. I'm Vince Neil, baby.
You're upset with this dynamic
We
too.
cut to Bubba Gump. The manager stands over the decapitated employee. Tell you what, Tom. You can keep the costume. How's that sound? You want to keep the costume? We'll call this square.
20 minutes later.
Okay, I'm going to call that square. I'm going to call that square. All right, back to work, everybody.
All right, guys. I know I said I'd get you all tickets to the big game tonight. And I think I did you one better. I got us all tickets to the second quarter.
To what?
The second quarter of the game. They do this thing now where they tape on different days. So the big fourth quarter is Thursday, but I got us. So we're gonna see the bench is mostly playing.
Yeah, we're going to come right after all the stars sit.
Yeah, which is the most exciting part. I mean, you'll probably get to see LeBron on the bench.
Okay.
They're gonna play a quarter a day.
Yeah. Oh,
Are they
now
still
I
doing
gotta explain
80?
this thing too.
What's the deal? I thought we were going to go see a full basketball game. That's what I thought we were going to go see.
Oh, yeah,
Full game.
yeah, and I thought I was going to get that promotion, but we don't always get what we want, and this is what I could afford.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest. I thought I was lying about the thing of them taping different days. They're taping all one day. I know a guy who has tickets. I let him rent me the tickets for the second quarter. Okay,
Where is he gonna be?
the bathroom.
Okay. Listen, we've all been dying to see LeBron live, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We've all been dying to see LeBron live.
It's not just that. It's not just that. Okay. We can all get like a quarter of a pretzel. Where you get the end of this
I'll
guy's
buy my own pretzel.
Okay. So Napoleon Bonaparte over here is going to buy us a pretzel.
I mean, listen, Jake just got a new job, but it's not like he's rich. I mean, he's just a pretzel. I think it's more about you not getting a job.
Okay, Napoleon's friend.
I'll buy you a pretzel, man. I feel like your friend is scamming you into the leftovers from his game.
No. It's not a scam. It's this night's on me. You guys always
Okay.
take me out. All right. Everything's on me tonight.
Okay.
You're not paying for anything.
That's
not
very
the end
kind
of the
of you.
pretzel, not the beer backwash. Okay. This is all me.
Okay, we cut to the car going into the stadium.
Okay. We got to get out right here.
I was gonna say 25 for parking. Are we?
No, absolutely not. We got to get out here, and then we'll walk over. We'll walk over.
We're on the other side of the freeway. I can see the stadium, but it's like,
Well, unfortunately, the driver doesn't know we're in here, and so we got to pop out here. We got to pop out.
oh, that's why we're in the back.
Yeah. So shut up. And let's pop on out. And it's a rolling stop here. So everybody roll out. There we go. Roll out. And roll out.
Well, hey, I guess for free, that did get us pretty close to the stadium.
Oh, you wish. $75.
What? You paid for that? We should have just got a lift line.
Who did you pay?
Who did I pay? There's like a Coyotes, but they smuggle you in and out of Ubers around town.
You got an intercity Coyote to just get us
Coyote,
legally?
yes. Yeah.
Coyote, sorry.
But it's like you're not supporting Uber and Lyft as fascists. You know
well,
what I
that's
mean?
good, I guess.
All right. Here we are.
Okay. Great.
Staples, baby.
Yeah.
All
all right.
right.
You did deliver a little bit.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bummer to have to leave right after halftime. Do we get to at least stay in the stadium?
After halftime. What do you think? I'm Napoleon Bonaparte over here? We leave at halftime.
What is
We don't
your
get to see the
obsession
show?
with Napoleon?
No, we can't see the halftime show. It's Stephen Colbert's band. The guy that runs his band is doing the halftime show.
Oh, it's my favorite band.
I want to see that more in the second quarter. John Baptiste.
Unfortunately, I can't afford that.
Baptiste is playing.
That is surprising. You can't afford that.
What do you mean it's surprising? Oh, okay, Napoleon.
Well, I understand that guy doesn't want to let you sit in his seats forever, but is he going to escort you out of the stadium? Let's just run around the stadium and sort of do standing room.
I guess we could try that. Yeah, we could try that.
Okay.
We could try that.
Cool.
We could try that.
Well, here, why don't I get the first round of beers? You brought us. That's so nice of you. I'll get us beers. Is everyone cool with just like Budweiser, Bud Light? What do we all want?
Yeah. I'd take a Bud Light.
Okay,
Bud
cool.
Light.
Cool.
If they're on you, I'll do 2 IPAs. I'll do 2 Golden Roads. I'll do 2 of the
Okay,
large
yeah, I'll
Golden
grab you
Road
those
IPAs.
2. Great, that'll
2
be
large Golden. And again, on me, you're getting a little bit of a Ludo Bites. You're getting we've got, I think, the bottom bread of a Ludo Bites waiting for us at the chairs. So.
You said $85. Yeah, sure. Here you go. $85 for these beers. Here's your 2 big IPAs.
Napoleon Bonaparte over here.
Okay, sir, my friend. Why do you keep calling everyone Napoleon Bonaparte? He's not famous for being rich. He's famous for being short.
Are you Dan?
Yes, hi.
I am the Staples Center Coyote.
Okay, great.
I'm going to sneak.
Within the center?
So we've just got to get into this guy's backpack here.
Damn,
my
I'm
God.
big, man. I can't get in this guy's backpack.
Yeah, right,
get in.
Napoleon. You can fit in here.
That's why. This is all a setup for saying I'm small?
Well, Josh fit right in. Let me
Yeah.
get- like,
Okay.
Mind the women and children in there.
Oh my God.
Jesus. Well, this did work. We are all in the backpack. I guess let's go to another part of Staples.
Whoa, he's got those 2 aliens from the first Men in Black at the other end there.
and my wife. More sugar for me and my wife.
Here you go.
Hey, that guy, it's a slimy bag.
It's a little cramped in here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm embarrassed. I don't have a ton of money.
Well, hey, I've never been to Staples, so this is cool. This is like a night out in L.A., right? It's not what I thought it would be, but it's still pretty okay.
Yeah.
Let go of my bag.
The bag. Someone's stealing the bag. Whoever's running is running fast and is not taking care of the bag.
I'm getting thrown around in a closed backpack.
Shit's wet.
Oh, he's hiding in the toilets.
It smells like a toilet for sure.
Oh, this smells like a toilet. Yep. Maybe it's LeBron stealing a bag and running to the locker room.
No, it's not, Dan. This is a bad deal. I was trying to be positive, but this fucking sucks. We just got flushed down a shit toilet in a backpack.
Cut to an office. Welcome to the Coyote basketball troops.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Yeah,
Did you guys see the game this weekend?
Did you guys see the game? Don't try to play this off. You got brought in here in a bag.
Yeah. Yeah, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Yeah,
did
we
you
don't
see the
allow
game?
us. Huh?
Did you see the game?
No, I didn't see the game.
Us neither.
And I'm an officer of the CBT
Okay.
here.
Jeez, Napoleon Bonaparte
Oh.
over here.
I'm a CBT officer
Oh.
who's here.
Oh, I love this place.
What the fuck? Are you...
Kick away, Daddy.
Yeah, please kick me.
No, it's not the butthole play. Okay, wait, what? You want kicks? Pull him up.
I've been having
Sorry.
some problems with my mom lately, and just like she never really showed me the love that I think I wanted.
No. You're here because you used illegal Coyote guys to bring you into the Staples Center. We take it very seriously. I will tickle your butthole a little if you'll confess some information.
I don't know if I want to confess.
God.
Yeah, I don't know. We
Whoopsie,
just
I
have to
don't
see if you
know.
can get one out of me.
Damn it.
I'll confess. Tiny mouse put me in his backpack.
What?
And a tiny mouse put me in his backpack.
Good.
And took me into the Staples Center. And if you want to hear more of that,
Duck Laurent up.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. I heard something. I didn't say anything.
Sounded like somebody wanted a tasteful meal and ordered a duck Laurent.
Yeah, that's
Some sort of
Weird. What's
maybe
this?
rat made it. I don't know.
me. Listen, I'm here to take responsibility. I don't want to be a troublemaker. I was sort of brought here with my friend to watch the second quarter only.
Mm-hmm.
Then the whole thing just got away from us.
Okay. See, that's the kind of honest answer that I'm looking for. And for that, you are free to go.
Wow, thank you so much. Goodbye.
Well, you'll never get a confession out of me, pig.
You quit waving your butt.
Beef Wellington up.
Fine, I'll take a little bit. This thing's sealed shut.
Oh yeah, it's an old injury.
What?
It's an old injury. It's an old injury that I over Neosporin. Do I have to spell it out for you, idiot?
Call me an idiot? I've never heard of that in my life.
Well, I don't. You sound like one. I like a lot of people. I put too much Neosporin on my butthole, and now it's sealed shut.
That's insane.
I'm just trying to get a little. Look, I'm going to be honest.
What's to tickle?
I'm no Napoleon Bonaparte over here. I was trying to take my friends out for a fun night on the town, and I guess I made some mistakes. Okay.
Cheese fondue in the window.
Napoleon Bonaparte did not get his butthole
Well, I said I'm no Napoleon Bonaparte.
No, he was. So you did. So you wouldn't get your butthole tickled.
Look, idiot. I'm just trying to have a good night out with my friends. Could you let's do this. I'll bribe you real quick. All right.
Jesus Christ! All
Let
right.
me just how about this? I got a hot lead on some tickets to Clippers Kings game. Third quarter, minutes 10 to 6.
Yeah.
You can see the two most exciting teams in basketball going at it for 4 minutes in the third quarter.
You're confessing this in the Coyote basketball troops.
Okay. So this isn't like a Sicario situation where you're a dirty guy?
I mean, no.
Okay.
I'm not a dirty guy.
My mistake.
That sauce is delicious.
That was a blast, guys. Thank you so much for coming on.
yeah, thanks,
nice.
dudes.
Plug stuff. So you got the Teacher's Lounge on Stitcher
Teachers
Premium,
Lounge on
right?
Stitcher Premium.
Yep, every Wednesday there's a new episode out for 6 more weeks, depending on when this airs, I guess. And then hopefully some more after that.
Download the Stitcher app and enter the code TEACHER. You get a month for free. Also,
right.
the first season of the show is on Earwolf and on iTunes if you want evidence of what it's going to sound like for free.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm going to be on The Meat upcoming here pretty soon. That just happened.
And I just did an episode of The Meat that should be, I'm pretty excited about.
Rewind. All you got to do is take the button back.
And I've been fired off the meat.
Go ahead.
Check out We're Gross with Gilly the third Thursday of the month. UCB Franklin and Mondegreen, a Herald team.
Awesome. I'm at Mr. Josh Simpson on Twitter. You can find most of my stuff there. The Meat Improv is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find out about our tour dates, our shows, all that kind of stuff. And again, if you want to sign up for, I don't know, a workshop or something, sometimes people come to LA and want to do that. Or sometimes we can do it over Skype. Or I don't even know. Maybe we come to your town.
Yeah.
We're just trying to travel and teach. Our email is themeatimprov@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time on The Meat Improv.
This has been a Boardwalk Audio podcast. For more information and shows, visit boardwalkaudio.com. Don't forget to rate and subscribe now.